Hello, thank you for tuning into this week's section of reads. You should be seeing this on the YouTube channel James 13 Wicca, in case you're seeing it somewhere else. Also, the dice and the cards I'm using, they're going to be listed below. Other than that, let's go ahead and move ahead. If you would like a reading from me, of course, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below, same email. Thanks again for tuning in, and let's go ahead and get into yours. Hello, Gemini. Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. These readings are valid for whenever you come to them. That being said, what do we have for Gemini? Interesting. We had one card fall out face down. For some reason, I just decided to leave it, so we'll see what that is. There's a lot of weird energy here. You can turn a negative into a positive. I feel like that's a Gemini trait. Kind of like, doesn't look that good right now, but you give Gemini a moment, they can find the angle. You can turn it around. Y'all can turn it around. What is it currently, though? The situation already exists. Whatever it is, it already exists. This is in the past, the Ten of Swords. So it might be something that just kind of lingers there. Maybe somebody in your family you have to deal with. Maybe it could be the job that you just, well, I gotta do what I gotta do. Could be part of a social group. Could be a neighbor. Okay. The situation already exists, though. If there's a problem here, it already exists. To me, it feels kind of like, it's kind of like, I know it's there. I don't like it. I try to avoid it. But it's there. And it's just kind of like, I'd really rather it wasn't there. It's just, it's almost like this, I keep getting like a seafood reference. And it's kind of like, I don't want to look over at it. Every now and then I kind of smell it and I'm like, ooh. But I try to ignore it because it's like, I don't feel like there's anything I can do. It's somebody else eating it. It reminds me of like years ago. Somebody heated up like leftover fish or something and it permeated the whole floor and it bothered people so bad. I just remember that. That's kind of what it reminds me of. It's there. And I just try, I'm like, I don't feel like there's anything I can do about it, so I just try to live with it. Currently, I think the energy is, what is the energy currently doing? It's kind of like I know what to expect from it, and I can navigate around it. It's not really changing with this hanged man, hanged one energy. But you also got the Nine of Cups, which is telling me kind of like, yeah, but I know how to work around it. It's not really changing or evolving or doing anything, but I'm using my gifts and I'm getting around the situation and I don't have to deal with it any more than I really want to. Sometimes that takes some quick moves left or right. It seems like it's fine. It seems like it's fine, but it's kind of like, I don't see it going anywhere. It's kind of like, it's just, I'm dealing with it the way I need to deal with it. And I feel like for right now, this is working. I don't really want to mess with it too much because I don't want it to be a problem. I don't want it to increase in aggravation for me. So I'm staying away from it and just kind of trying to play with it the way I have to for now. I don't really see you having any plans to do anything different with it. Your energy's good, though. Which is kind of like, your energy's good. Which is, it is really kind of giving you a moment where you have possibilities coming And I really don't see a plan at the moment. But it's also kind of like, you know, I'm succeeding with this even though I don't like this. I feel like that's the Ten of Wands in this situation. I am succeeding with it, I just don't like it. And I'm feeling comfortable and confident, like it's not ruling my day, but I do have to make sure I navigate it correctly so that it doesn't become a problem. Okay. I keep seeing, like, if it's a work situation, it's almost like, you know, I'm making sure that I show up either notably before or notably after this other person does, and I'm parking in a place where they can't even see my car. I clock in and I make sure I do my best so they don't even see me. I'm very quiet when I get to my desk. I don't want their attention at all, and I seem like I'm bending over backwards to just not be noticed at all by this person. And usually you're quite successful with that. Even though I think that's why I'm getting this. You're succeeding and it's working, but it's like, I don't like it. But it's kind of like, it's keeping me in a position where I feel like I'm in control. As long as I don't highlight that I exist to this person, I don't have to deal with them. Okay. Takes a lot of quick movements left and right. You do seem to be actively making choices, because it's kind of like, well, I have to. If I don't make a choice and I just wait, they're going to find me, and then there's going to be... I don't want that. So you're navigating it. Quick choices. It seems to be working. They seem to be... Ironically, I'm also getting... They know. I don't know if you realize that, but they definitely know that you're doing what you're doing. And they seem to be liking it. They know. I get that they know. They're not really that stable. And they just seem to be, I don't know. You're just not tripping their radar right now, but they know what you're doing. They definitely do. They seem to be like, well, as long as Gemini keeps doing that, I'm not worried about it. So I'll worry about other things. I'll handle other things, and I'll deal with Gemini later, because Gemini is trying to stay out of my way, which makes life easier for me. They don't see you as a threat. I don't know. This energy is a little weird. It's controlling. It's not nice. It's very arrogant, too. I'm getting arrogant with this card. I don't know. That's not normal for this card, but I am getting arrogant off of it. Like, I have everything I need. You couldn't touch me if you tried. That type of attitude. I do get that from this card, which is not normal for this energy, but that's what I'm getting. I'm more of an intuitive reader. That's how I read. Take it with a grain of salt. The energy, I think, it doesn't matter what you do. It's going to change. Face down card. Oh. Face down card is the Wheel of Fortune, and they're purposely putting it like this, like, could go good, could go not good. That's how I read the Wheel of Fortune. If it's right side up, it's a positive turn of the wheel. Doesn't mean everything's going to go great, but most of it's going to go to your favor. Same thing for the reverse. Doesn't mean it's not going to be fun. It doesn't mean everything's going to be bad, but most of it's not going to be to your favor. They're kind of like, well, we don't know yet. We don't know which way this is going to turn for you. Gemini has some gifts, and Gemini is one of those energies that can influence the outcome of this wheel. Even when it's bad news, you can find the silver lining and make it more to your liking. Excuse me. The Temperance card with the High Priestess. This is getting a little dicey. Temperance is your opposite. There's a lot of energy with this. Sometimes, it's the Temperance card, really. Okay. That can talk about Sagittarius energy. No sign is good or bad, but when it comes to astrology, Gemini and Sagittarius are the opposite sides of the wheel. That it's weird. From what I've seen this happen with different people, they tend to get along, and then they really just don't. It's like it goes well, and poof, then it tanks. I don't know what to say about that. This is one of those energies where I'm getting an opportunity is coming. It's very short-lived. Very short-lived. And I keep getting, like, they're showing me the same analogy of different people that I've seen were Gemini and Sagittarius. They originally get along great. But at some point, it just tanks. And it tanks hard, usually. So they're saying an opportunity is coming. Very short window. Pick it while it's ripe. Pick it while it's ripe. It's not going to stay ripe on the vine very long. Okay, so how are you supposed to identify this opportunity? Opportunity? Sure, let's just make up words. This is where this is pushing in. Remember, everything going on up here, you're in control of. Even if it seems like you're not, you can have control of that. You can decide what you're going to focus on and where you're going to take it. I'm going to say this as a person that used to be, like, the more I didn't want to think about something, the more I thought about it. It just stuck in my brain. Palm McKenna, How to Mend Your Broken Heart. It is geared towards romantic relationships, but you can use it in any direction you want. I'm just saying you might find exercises in that book that work for you if you're having a hard time focusing or keeping your attitude or energy in the direction you want it. Then it just keeps dragging you other places. That might help. Just something to try. Because I'm getting, like, if you take control of where you're focusing your energy, and, you know, there's been some people sometimes say, you know, be careful to the music you're listening to, be careful to the social media or the entertainment you're engaging in. So, like, for example, for me, I've noticed, like, Linkin Park, I shouldn't be listening to Linkin Park when I'm driving because I always speed when I'm listening to Linkin Park. So I don't allow myself to listen to Linkin Park in the car because I like it, but I always speed. It just happens every time. So it's like stuff like that. Notice what you're absorbing, social media and all that. Certain people in social media, they can, even though they're very entertaining, can put you in a very aggressive place or a very aggravated place, even though they're entertaining. Be aware of it. You know, corral what you're allowing yourself to do, what you're allowing yourself to consume that might help you kind of mold it and put it more in the position where you want to be versus where I'm just absorbing this content and it's kind of putting me in a certain place. You know what I mean? Just something to think about. Because it's coming. Opportunity is coming, and it's short-lived. The Death card is coming, and what does this say? Increase your knowledge. And that's not really a challenge for Gemini, in my opinion. You're always increasing your knowledge. But they're like, yeah, but then I got really strong. I got, like, if you got to focus it, though. Like, I almost felt like somebody was getting right in my face going, yeah, but you got to focus it. Focus it, or it's going to rule you, and you're not going to have control that you need. You have to rule the situation. Don't let the situation rule you. And I just feel like somebody's very almost militant in my face saying, you have to take the information and control it. Don't let it control you. Something is coming. It's not very long. Grab that information, control it. So it's like, you see it right there. Line it up. Take it where you need to take it next. Even if somebody else tries to give you the impression that you have no right or no ability or whatever, somebody's going to try to block you out of this. I feel like somebody's actively going to make you feel like you can't something. You are Gemini. You'll find the way. Get that information, control that information, create what you need from that information. Like, they're showing me this junk drawer. A lot of people have junk drawers, and, like, I used to have one that was filled with a bunch of art supplies. You open up that junk drawer, you can find a lot, you can create a lot with that. You just decide, what do you want to make? Do you want to make something, you know, that's like something to hold down paper, like a paperweight? Do you want to make something that, you know, what do you want to make? Find your supplies, pull it together, create what you want from what you see. Because I'm getting this junk drawer, but I'm like, Gemini can make magic things happen with a junk drawer. You guys can do amazing things with a junk drawer. Make what you need happen. There's a little bit of a possibility here that might make you uncomfortable. Maybe, maybe not. You do have gifts. People seeing that, that's not what creates your gifts. People acknowledging your gifts is not what validates your gifts. You knowing you have those gifts, that's what empowers you. That's what gives you your strength. So if somebody's like, you know, being like that to you, like, they don't need to acknowledge anything. You might need to acknowledge that they don't know what they're talking about to yourself, and like put that energy away. That Paul McKenna book, How to Mend Your Broken Heart, there's exercises to like take that energy down and put it to the side. Like, they can have their little opinions, and that's nice for them, but we don't need to invest in their opinions. So this is the possibility. I'm gonna have to do the dice on this, I'm sure of it. The Devil with the embrace your purpose. Embrace your life purpose. There could be a manipulation game here where somebody is making you feel like if you did this or did that, that would make you a bad person. Something like that. I don't feel like that's true. I don't feel like that's true, because it's almost like, how come everybody else can have a chance but you can't? Like, that's not right. Okay. Somebody is trying to block you out of something. Somebody is trying to make you feel like you can't have something. Have it anyway. Go for it anyway. I keep getting it. Like, the Five of Pentacles shows up on what's trying to stop you. Somebody's trying to make you feel like you're on the outside. And I'm getting it again when it comes over here, saying, you still may be on the outside, but try anyway. I've had this happen in my life. I can think of one incident where somebody tried to block me from moving ahead. And it was a manager, quite frankly. And they played their game. You got to do these modules. You got to do this training. You got to do this. You got to do this. And I did it all. And then when the opportunity, they hired 5 people for this position, I didn't get any of those positions. And I went to HR, and quite frankly, long story short, I got the position. It had a shelf life about 4 years before that same person kind of started messing with the whole team. That's the whole thing. I'm just saying, you're Gemini. You can make this happen. If they're messing with you anyway, don't go by their rules. You know better. You know, you can see what's really going on here. I feel like somebody's messing with you. I really feel like somebody's messing with you. How do we get around it? Because I keep getting that somebody's manipulating you, wanting you to feel bad about something, and it's completely bull. Ridiculous. Go around it. Go around it. Whatever's going on here, embrace your strengths. Make this happen. The door will open for you. Like, literally, I'm getting over here, Ace of Pentacles showing up. It's all happening because it's supposed to. Somebody is trying to block you from getting what you should be getting. You know how to do this. Cross your T's, dot your I's, do what you got to do. This is for you. Somebody is really trying to manipulate you. And it feels like somebody has really, messed with your head way too much. Maybe it's gotten way too common, you've gotten way too used to it or something like that. We need to break that. We need to help you move forward. This is time for you to move forward. It's showing up. It's here. I do want to give this little part here because they're saying there will be some stress before the success. The Knight of Swords turns into the Six of Wands. Don't give up on what you want. It says love, but same thing. Don't give up on what you want. This does not have to be romantic. This can be just you getting what you finally wanted. Go forward, get what you want. There'll be more stress. I'm not saying you're going to try for this or go for this or try to move forward or whatever it is. And it's just like once you try, it's over. I feel like there's going to be a little bit of a struggle to get there, but they're like, see it coming. That's why I keep saying the Paul McKenna book, because there's exercises there where it's been very helpful to me when you have people in my life that are very stressful. And I used to be one of those people that other people's opinions would affect me way too much. With those exercises from that book, just when I'm looking at somebody, I can take that energy down, put it to the side, and be like, their opinion is just that, and I don't need it, nor do I want it. And I bring that energy down, and I just like put it to the side. Even if it's somebody who's normally very influential and normally somebody who very much you like, they have opinions. You're not supposed to match every opinion they have. You bring down the energy, you put it to the side, and go, that's fine, that's their opinion, I don't need to be affected by that. And that book will very much help you. I'm sure there's other things out there. I'm sure there's going to be people probably in the comments giving other suggestions. Go with whatever you need. But I'm just saying, move forward with this. Find ways to bring down that energy, put it to the side, and so you can flourish and get where you need to be. Because there's something here for you. You're meant to have it. This situation, if this reading is hitting, this situation is really bringing down your energy, and you're not meant to live like this. For some reason, you've accepted it to this point, for whatever reason. Doesn't mean it's a good reason or a bad reason. There's a reason. But it's time to evolve past it. It's time to move forward from it. You're not meant to live like this for the rest of your life. That's all I'm saying. Are we good? All right. I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you very much for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email. jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4. astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below. Same email. Thanks again for watching. Have a great day.